What? How?
Well...
TV.
We know that you are 4 times Swedish champions in boogie and 1 time in bug.
Yes.
2001.
Yes.
It's book.
Book.
So, what's book? What's the difference between book and boogie?
Book and boogie. Yeah. It's boogie is a four step, or we take the difference is in like for the basic step. In Boog we use only step all the time. We don't do so much triple step. Obviously you can do it, but that is traditionally because we dance to different music. We don't dance to syncopated music basically. We dance to more modern
more contemporary music.
More contemporary music like I don't have any good example in my head, but it's a little bit on the countryside, so to speak, traditionally. But you can dance to all 4x4 bars music.
It is a development though in Sweden from like the jitterbug era, and then when the music changed, people start to do a simpler dance, more simple one, like
simple.
A lot of turning, a lot of step, much leading and following. So it's been a good thing for me because now I'm a good turner because I did a lot of boogie. No?
And it's fantastically big social-wise in Sweden.
In Sweden, yes.
A lot of
Just
people.
in Sweden, so it's only a Swedish thing?
It is a Swedish thing, but it's been done, I think, regularly also in Finland and in Norway. They have similar.
So it's slowly spreading. But there's not a lot of people that is working to spread the dance. I mean, there is in America you have I think they call it two-step or what they call it. Sometimes they say it's more or less the same thing. So for that part.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it okay?
Exactly.
Yes.
Funny.
Yeah. Okay. How did you get into teaching Lindy Hop after that?
Well,
Or was it after that? I don't know.
We started to teach Boogie Woogie in Harangue around, was it 98 was the first year?
98, yeah.
And Boogie Woogie was 2 weeks at that time in Harangue, the 2 first weeks of Harangue. So we were there every year and we saw Lindy Hop. We were a little bit scared of the Lindy Hop though because it was different and yeah, we didn't really know it. And the people were a little bit scary, we thought. We were dancing on the dansbana downstairs, Boogie Woogie. And when that floor closed around 1, I think in the evening, all the Boogie Woogie people, we went home to sleep. We didn't even go up in Folkets Hus and continue dancing. So that was our beginning. But then eventually we started to get to know a lot of Lindy Hoppers and we started to be more up in the Folkets Hus there and started to learn it.
And second of all, I started to like the music.
Yes,
because I had only heard kind of diverse jazz and all of that. So the really good big band swing tunes and all of that. I learned to like that, and then I wanted to dance to it, and so it developed also my dancing to dancing.
And I think also for us, we competed in Boogie Woogie for so long, so it was nice and felt kind of liberating to have a dance where we don't compete. We have competed a little bit in Jack and Jills or something, but it's very much for fun. While Boogie Woogie was really like hardcore competing and training.
Yeah, we were in the national team and all of that, so we treated actually that big time as a super sport. So we went all in, so to speak. But Lindy is a little bit more. It's only social, and we love that.
Yes.
Yeah. You do really? Okay.
Do you really? Really?
Okay. So we also know, some of us know that one of the big issues in your classes is positive self-conditioning, right? So how did this subject occur to you? How did you get into this specifically?
Yeah, it's also going back to yourself. When we have had good and bad experiences with trainers and teachers throughout the years, and one thing that in a learning environment, if you feel good, if you are happy and you are in a positive building environment, you learn faster. And that is what we also like, to be in a positive environment when we were doing training, rather than having this mentality, work harder, faster, you have to focus, you have to have all these strong words. Those words are very good as well, but you have to kind of start somewhere, and especially when you're in a learning process and not in competition process or performance process or anything else.
So we learned a lot also by training together as a couple, because it's not the easiest thing. And I know, like, I tried to help us as a couple so many times, and I told him what to do. Like, no, do this, no, do this, no, a little bit more like this, all the time. And what I got was a partner who lost his confidence, and then before big competitions, I learned to say, "Oh, you were so good. That felt so good. That was really good." Again, and I got a partner who had a lot of confidence, who did more what I wanted to do. So I gained a lot by being positive, and not only I got a happy partner, but he also did figures and led me in a way that I wanted, and I think that's really important.
So it's good to trick the brain of saying, "Oh, you're good, you're good."
Yeah.
And also in classes, if you build confidence and everyone is happy and all of that, and then you can also then you can start to give the students critique, because then they feel, okay, I'm safe here. It's kind of, yeah, I suck at this, but who cares? I'll do it better next time. So that is really, it's core with the group dynamics. If you study group dynamic a little bit, it's like that is the core essence of it. So we use it quite a bit.
Yeah, and the students love it. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, what, in your opinion, makes a good leader? Maybe you start with that.
Oh, what a tricky question. Well, a good leader looks at me and see what I'm doing and appreciates what I'm doing and makes things out of what I can do. Like I like when a leader dances with me and feel, okay, it's this kind of follower, and that means that I can do these things together with her, instead of maybe showing me all the things that he can do, no matter with what follower he dances with. I think, yes.
Okay. So the other part?
Yeah, exactly. What makes a good leader? But it's again. I don't have a good answer there.
What makes a good?
No, I'm sorry. What makes a good
follower?
A follower. Yeah, but it's exactly the same thing. It's working, dancing with me on my level again, and communicating with me. So if I'm asking for something, she will actually answer with something. So it's not only me telling.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation, so we have that conversation going.
In case that it's too loud here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, a two-way communication, that is really good. And also a good follower. Yeah, technically wise, I mean, a good follower technically is a good follower, basically. So if you have a good technique and all of that,
a good rhythm, steady and consistent
all
pulse,
of that, of course.
All of that makes it good.
But again, attitude. I love that so hard. Again, a positive attitude, that they sometimes actually say, "Oh, that was nice." Otherwise, it's I've loved that. That is a good follower, actually.
What we know by now is that you do quite a lot of triple lead elements in your classes. Yeah.
We just did that today.
The last class we had now, we did one of those.
Yeah. So, is that inspired by your boogie background, or where does that come from?
No, well, yes, maybe a little bit. It's a little bit because we are good in taking our triple steps, but also because it's nice to break habits and patterns that we always do.
I like that thing. We have been trained when we were brought up in our dance world with our trainers. We were also learned to everything you can do forward, you can do backwards. Everything you can do right, you can do left. And taking that element more and more into complex figures or whatever it is. If you do it backwards, why don't we try to do it forward? So it's also pedagogical, that's a difficult word, way of teaching as well. So you open doors for the students. It's not necessarily the figure, it's actually a method of entertaining yourself, so to speak.
Maybe a bit of stepping out of the comfort zone.
Also that, yeah. And surprise. The best thing you can have is from your follower is actually a smile. Wow, what just happened? That's
and to know that it's possible.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah.
Open doors. Oh, outside the box. I like that. Yeah.
Where am I? Okay, that's the last question. What was your most unusual dance experience? Who wants to start?
Unusual?
Yeah.
Oh, I have one, I think. When Hasse and I was in China visiting a very good friend of his, we were on the Great Wall, and we were there together with a Swedish band, and they're not a swing band, but they are a band who they do covers and they make them funny, and they're very popular in Sweden. And they were there at the same time as us because they were performing at a big party, and they wanted to sing on the wall, and they do a cappella, a lot of a cappella things, and they wanted us to dance. So we swing danced on top of the wall there, and they were singing a cappella, and it was really fun and strange because we were so high up and it was really hard to lead the off there. Yeah. But we did it. It was fun. Yeah, that was.
Oh, that sounds great.
Can
we see that anywhere?
It is actually
on YouTube.
It's actually, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to search for, but what was it? Hasse Marie, Chinese Wall,
maybe or Great Wall.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
It is there anyway.
It is there somewhere.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Suck it too hard on your lollipop, love's gonna bring you down. Suck it too hard on your lollipop, love's gonna bring you down. Say oh, say oh, love's gonna bring you down. Say oh, say oh.
You are very popular teachers, yeah. Yes. I'm telling you that that was no question.
Okay.
Okay, it was a statement. Okay.
Okay. How do you find a good balance between your day jobs and dancing?
We don't.
You don't?
No, but sometimes, I mean, we travel quite a bit, and sometimes it can sometimes be a little too much. But I love my work. I love my dancing. So it's not that I'm getting boring about it, it's just a little bit exhausting at times, especially if you don't and never takes a break, if so to speak. It goes like for 4 weeks that you're working 7 days a week at your normal job, and when you're working at a dance camp like this, because it is exhausting to work. I mean, you get exhausted as a student, but to teach and then go for parties and all of that. So it's long hours to work, even though it's fun.
Yeah.
So there is a difficulty finding that.
I think also we say every year that next year we're gonna plan a little bit better and like have at least 2 weekends at home and then travel and then 2 weekends at home. But then, like in our case, and I think for many of the instructors that travels around the world, you plan your life so far ahead. So it sounds super great to go to Stuttgart in a year. It sounds so great, and then to go to Hamburg the weekend after, and then to the US the weekend after, and then be home 1 weekend and then go to France and then there. It sounds so great and fun, and you're like so happy that people ask you to come and teach. So it's easy to plan a year ahead, but then when that time comes and you realize that shit, we have 6 weeks of traveling now, and then on top of that I'm gonna work and.
Yeah, and then the events, we do a lot of events during the year as well.
Yeah.
As we are event organizers as well, so yes, we have
the snowball, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the snowball, and we do 5 other events as well.
Smaller, not as big as snowball.
So
okay,
yeah,
it's quite a lot of work, I guess.
yeah, but we have two colleagues as well, so we are 4 in that area, the event area. But it's fun to work.
Well, that's all I have. Actually, is there anything you'd like to tell the Lindy Hop community? Anything that's important to you in all of this dancing stuff?
You know, say yes.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Positive
say yes.
attitude.
Positive
Ali
attitude.
had a T-shirt the other day. Say yes.
Perfect. You're
Perfect.
there.
You're perfect. I'm going to steal that T-shirt of you now. But it's again, it's so easy to make your life tougher by having the oh nej, I did a mistake in Lindy Hop. I did a mistake in my dancing. Oh, it's better to say yes, I did a mistake. But who cares? Next time I'm going to do it better. Or I mean, not better, but nicer or successfully. I mean.
And I think also to develop as a dancer, it's good to focus a lot on yourself. And I think many times we focus so much on what our partner are doing or not doing that we forget our own responsibility. And I think it's really important to say to yourself that I'm going to do the best of this situation right now. I'm going to do the best of me, no matter what I get from my leader, which will make me better, I think. And also, instead of putting all the blame on my partner all the time, which is sometimes true.
Sometimes
it's not
true.
always we get like a follower. I don't get the best leading all the time, but I can definitely make things better by focusing on myself doing as good as I can, and it will be less frustrating, I think.
I think so. Yeah. So being positive and what I want to do this instead of or being afraid or whatever. It's,
Yes.
I think so. Say yes.
Never stop dancing.
Never stop dancing. Exactly. That's the thing.
Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. SwingTV appreciates it.
Thank you.